All right. I guess my camera finally decided to turn on. I've been actually waiting for like 2 minutes. So thank you, technology. About time. Anyways, dear diary, it's been a very interesting week. So, if you don't know, my name's Dustin Taylor. This is Divinity Virtue. I have turned this into a company, so it is called Divinity Virtue Corp. It is registered. And if anyone knows, I'm still waiting on my banking, which has been like 7, 8 weeks, so 2 months, where the process is supposed to be 2 to 3 weeks. For a guy who does not like to be patient, I sure am being the most patient person I have ever met. The reason I say this, so today is July 14th. I wanted to go to the Calgary Stampede, which is a 10-day event, to go market myself. So I was going to go down, and this is a Vice card. So this is the new business cards. Has a universal scan code or whatever they are. And so what you do is you update all your information, and then when you meet people, you just tap your cell phones, and all the information gets uploaded to their cell phone. And then if they have an email or anything, it comes back and gets loaded into your Vice card. So you can send them a email after you've met them. They can check out all your information, your social medias, stuff like that. So this was supposed to be either last weekend or this weekend. So my banking didn't pan out. I couldn't find a place to stay in Calgary. So that didn't happen. Now, in Lethbridge, this weekend we have a thing called Street Wheelers, which is just a car show, a car shining show. So there's drag strips. People will come down to our like main. We call it Mary McGrath. So if I don't know if it's an avenue, I'm not too sure. It's just one of the main roads, and you'll see a lot of cars that'll go up and down the strip, showing off their cars. They get cleaned up. Some will be hot rods, the trucks, the bikes, the expensive exotic cars, the Teslas, you name it. We pretty much get every type of vehicle that comes through here. So I wanted to go out and advertise for street wheelers. So now this is where life just gets. Dustin's life is just never easy. So 2 days ago, I was coming out of the shower. And, the first step is always the easiest step. You just step over that ledge and you're halfway out of the shower. The rest should be just easy to follow. Take the next step. So, anyways, I'm sure we've all done this. Tried to take a step out, and you don't think anything of like being careful or anything like this. You just go, oh yeah, like I'm just going to make a step and keep moving, right? Yeah, apparently my foot was not above the tub, like the tub edge. And so my pinky toe coming out of the tub literally went like so. If you can imagine on my pinky toe, the inside, the outside, and the bottom is black and purple. So for like the last day or two, it's been really pretty hard to walk. But I was like, okay, I'm a fitness influencer, so I should probably still go to the gym and take care of my business. And I'm going to tell you, when you go on, and I don't know if I broke my toe or if I just tore every ligament in my toe, but I'm on day 3 and my toe is, I'm looking at it right now, it's still very purple, still 3 times the size that my other toe was. Can't bend it, can't put pressure on it. Oh, and there's a little bruise on the top now. So, all right, that's Dustin's world. Now my banking. So I emailed the lady and I said like, "Hey, what's going on here? Like, I'm a not a patience guy whatsoever. I'm a Sagittarius. If things don't happen on my time, my ego gets into the way. I'm part of that generation that everything has to be now, 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 now." Okay, so I send the email. My banking has said that everything's done on their end. They can't do anything. So what am I waiting for, right? So I send the email. I say, hey, I think like you need to check on this. You either need to go to higher up because there has to be somebody that if you guys are the middlemen in London, England, and you do the business licenses of all the offshores plus Europe, and you do the banking of all the offshores plus the Caribbean, I would expect that you guys have a connection that it could be mm, okay. Because in my world, building a business, I look at all my connections and I go, oh, this person is the one who could do my logo. Oh, this person is the one who could do my accounting. Oh, this person can do this. So if you're a company that builds companies, I would have to assume everyone is connected at some point in that time frame that this banking should have been done. And so she emails me back and she goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry about this, but there was a hurricane down in the Caribbean, and I guess bankers don't work during hurricanes." What was I expecting? I guess maybe I just come from this, like, you know, third world country that puts on a mask and says that we're first world country. And yeah, like when it snows 20 feet, most people still have to go to work. When it like pours, okay, this is probably stupid. So whatever, drink. Oh yeah, and this is Sunday, and I'm making this video at 8:55 in the morning. So if you're drunk watching this video at like 10:30, good on you. As long as you like go to sleep by like 8, your drunkenness will go over. I'm sure you'll have a great sleep. You won't even be drowsy for tomorrow, Monday at work. Like, have fun. Fun day Sunday. Yeah. So anyways, apparently bankers don't work during hurricanes. I don't know. I expect too much of people. I get that. It's one of my flaws. It's because I expect a lot out of myself. So I figure if I expect a lot out of myself, I should hope that people want to expect the most out of themselves. But I get, I would rather be. I was going to say lazy, and then I'm thinking if we're tying this to bankers who are not working during the hurricane, probably just being more safe than lazy, and I'd just be high expectations. So it is what it is. But anyway, so my timing just does not line up in my world whatsoever. Can't even explain anymore. So here's what I know. This baking has to be done probably in the next week or two. Has to be. Like if not, every day I will be emailing somebody. Every day I will be phoning somebody. I'm going to make sure that I am the biggest pest in the entire world. I'm not playing games anymore. Like this is, I guess this is the learning lesson because I'm trying to become proper CEO, someone who handles business the right way. 8 weeks, that's intolerable. Even if I made the mistakes, like I said, there is no way that I am the very first person in the entire world to mess up on this banking and that they could fix. Let's get real. Because if that's the case, then holy moly, Dustin just created a whole new banking system that we can need to fix and work on. Just like everywhere else in the world trying to fix their healthcare system, their education system. Well, you might as well just come to Dustin. Dustin knows how to ruin things of everything. Give it to me, see if I can ruin it, and then we can refix it. Apparently, all I know how to do is ruin things. Okay? Cool. Anyways, I'm gonna say quit saying anyways. But I remember when I was younger, I used to say like a lot. Like, like almost Valley Girlish. And I'm thinking to myself, if I want to speak proper, I have to slow down my words, slow down my train of thoughts, and try to act like a lawyer and articulate the words hopefully properly and not say like or just have a and like so yeah. And I just said like. You guys should drink on that. Anyways, yeah. So my bank is not going to be done. My time is not done. This six pack is brutally the hardest task I've ever done in my entire life. It's not like a something overnight thing. So all those people who were looking for the summer six packs, blah 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 blah. Today is July 14th. I think I have what 7 weeks left of my summer or something like that. That's pretty weird if you guys think about it. Like summer in Canada is almost over. In September, there's probably going to be snow. Like, welcome to Canadian summer. That's why my business hasn't taken off. And I know this because people in Canada only get 3 months of the year where they could really just be outside, not hermit inside because it gets so cold in this country. And then people, when they go to work, come home, and it's like a hermit cycle for 9 months. And then so here's the thing, and I'm looking at my logic going, okay, I understand Canadian logic. They work really hard from like September to May, and those 4 months kind of dies down unless you're in one of those summer leisure activity jobs, golf course or landscaping, something like that, right? So I gotta assume, and I started a TikTok. So now I got TikTok, LinkedIn, my own Facebook page, Divinity Virtue Facebook page, and my website, divinityvirtue.com. And so every day I go to the gym, I do 3 hours of cardio. And after each hour, I take just a small little clip, 13, 15 seconds, whatever it turns out to be. And it just shows the time, the kilometers. I like to show my face just saying, like, hey, 1 hour, Divinity Virtue, no water. I can do that, which is very interesting. So I do level 18 out of 25 on the first hour. And I've had people who try to step up beside me. There's no way. Their lungs are going to be on fire. I guarantee this because I start at level 18. Don't even stretch, nothing. And I go. And I can tell you the first minute, I'm just like it feels like your heart is coming out of your body. Your body's cold because I haven't stretched. So the first like 6 minutes is your body just going, oh, come on. You're 39. Quit being so crinkly and old. And then comes like minute 7 to 12. That's where the sweat starts coming. And after that, it's all mine. It's like you push yourself for every minute. Push yourself for every minute. Close your eyes for 30 seconds. Look at the TV for 30 seconds. Look at the wall. See how long you can look at the wall. And I'm going to tell you, let's see how good your mind really is for 3 hours on a cardio machine every day. And the reason I'm doing this is because I am literally, I eat 6 cans of tuna for dinner after I work out. That's my protein source. And I were to grab my chub right now, which I'm doing, it probably equals out to 6 cans of tuna. That's how much like fat I have left. I don't even know what that is. Maybe 600 grams to 1,000 grams. Okay, that's it. And you can go, oh, that's not bad. No, it's horrible because I can now take off my shirt and all I see is this like little muffin top that just barely hangs over like my shorts or my pants or my belt. And you know, like the big fat guys, and you let it hang out. I used to wear all these like big belt buckles, and I had one that was a dollar sign and shiny, and I'm a very I like shiny things. Okay, it's just who I am. I'm Dustin. It's like I'm a cat. It's like put a string in front of the cat, waves it. Put something shiny in front of me, I'm like shiny, beautiful. Place to my eyes. I don't know. Speaking of which, this is just another tangent. Drink because we do drink on my tangents. I even though I hate the snow and the winter and the cold and like 97% of what it brings, there might be 3% that I like. And if this is part of the 3%, imagine being someone who likes shine. And when the snow fully comes down, it's just white and sparkly. You can see all the shine, and you walk past. It's like bloop, 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 bloop. In my world, it feels like I'm in some fantasy world because all I see is just shine. And it's probably how like gamblers feel when they're addicted to the slot machines. I've worked in the casinos, and I'm going to tell you, like the casino jobs are very. It's a lot of noise, it's a lot of ding, 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 and it's a lot of flashes. And it catches your interest. It goes, oh, 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 oh. So if that's what the casino's like, that's what my mind's like walking through a fresh pile of snow because it just goes, and all I see is sparkles, and it, I get it. Maybe I gotta quit smoking pot, but most times I'm not even stoned while making that walk. So it's just me watching the snow and watching the sparkles, and yeah, I like shiny things. What can I say? I'm Dustin. So anyways, let's go back to the gym. And okay, so now I'm well known. Well known. The fitness trainer, we don't even talk. I've given him such a cold shoulder that I can look at him and it's like he now knows. I just watch him. And I just watch him. It's probably like the most uncomfortable like stare because it's like what I'm doing right now. I just watch, just working away. I watch you walk in front of me. I watch how you're training people. And I'll shake my head. I know he's watching because he doesn't say a thing to me anymore. And I'm going, about time. Because you know what? People need to realize we all have our own problems and journeys in this world. And I go to the gym so that I can build up this brand, prove to people that I put in 3 hours a day to look half decent. I wasn't blessed with a Julius Caesar body or a Rock body or a Brad Pitt body or any of those people or a Christian Bale body, which I might add, he's gone from like anorexic to like fat guy, and I'm just thinking his body's gone through a lot of like highs and lows. I don't know. Like I don't know if that it must do something to the person's body. If you go so high, so low, and all these extremes, it must. Probably hard on the body. I would assume. Everything has to be natural and even in my world. That's gotta be my logic. As high as you go means you gotta come back as low as you can go. Just get back to that even mark. I'm sure of that. That's how this world works. So, all right. There's this lady, and she's mid 50s, 4'11". I think she told me she weighs about 126 pounds. She goes, most people can't even guess how much I weigh. I was like, 128. She goes, I'm 126. How'd you guess that? I said, I don't know. I'm like, I don't try to guess women's bodies weights because, yeah, that's a great way to just either offend someone, get a conversation that you may not want to have afterwards, especially if you guess way too high. And then if you guess really low, they don't take it as a compliment. They just go, oh, you're lying to me. Oh, I'm not. Sorry, mistake. Mistakes happen. Anyways, so she keeps telling me, she tells me about her doctor. And I said, okay, so like how many courses did your doctor take about like nutrition and whatnot? She goes, one. And I go, well, I'm not a nutritionist or a dietitian or any of that. No accreditation behind my name for that whatsoever. I've read hundreds of different websites on Google and compared it to people who are actual professionals and see what they say and take what's the best from them and then put it into my life and see if it works the best for me. So her doctor tells her, he goes, yeah, you need to put on more muscle, which will help you lose body fat. And we're going to put you on. Now, here's the interesting thing because I had to look at this morning, but she was telling me that she was on a carnivore diet, carnivore diet, but then she also said keto a few times. So I had to confirm just to see the differences. And I said she's not. She's either on one or the other because a whole carnivore diet. There's things in the keto diet that you should not be having whatsoever that would be on a carnivore diet. So I don't know if she hybrided the two together, made a mistake on the words, but the way she was talking, it sounds more carnivore diet. She tells me that she won't eat beans or carbs or vegetables or fruit, and I'm just thinking, okay. And I got to be honest with people. I come from Alberta. We love our beef. We love it. Like the Calgary Stampede that's been going on for 10 days. I can't even tell you how many burgers, steaks, beef on a bun. I bet you half the cattle got slaughtered in my country just for these 10 days to feed a million people. That's not even a lot. I can't tell you the numbers, but I can tell you it's so astronomical. And then, if you don't believe me, you should see how much alcohol is sold in 10 days in my city. My city is literally a rampant party right now where everyone just gets bombed out of their minds, goes spends all of their cash, cheats, sleeps around, and then in 9 months, my city has an explosion of kids, not lying, not lying, explosion of kids, and STDs go up. Imagine that. Imagine what those 10 days of debauchery do in my city. Literally. Trust me, it's good times. You hang out with the devil in my city for 10 days. Everything's okay. Piss off the cops. Try not to be a D-bag. You're good. You're good. So anyway, she was telling me about her diet and everything. I said, well, you gotta also watch out. Like, if you're eating a lot of just meat without vegetables or anything, you're gonna have high cholesterol and you're not going to get the nutrients. Because there's only certain types of nutrients And she goes, "Oh yeah, well we have to take pills and we have to take like a salt or some put some kind of salts or something like that." And I'm just thinking, that's a really weird diet. Like, I want you to think about that process. That, hey, I'm on a diet and I can only eat this, and this. But because I'm missing out on all the actual natural nutrients that the planet Earth and God has given us, that you are now going to take something of a supplement made from man, which I keep telling people, if man has touched it and it's taken all of its energy out of something that should be natural and resourceful, you're probably putting something that's fake, processed, even if they're supplements, and altered, which means you're not putting something natural into your body. And everyone would say, "Oh, why are you like this?" Because I've seen who I used to be. I used to eat just meat and just lift heavy. My doctor would go, "Oh, you could probably do some cardio." I go, "Yo, I can lift like 300 pounds." Like, and he would go, "Yeah, no, I can feel your muscles. Like, you're a big guy, but you're still 150 pounds overweight. So choose what you want. Do you want those big muscles? Just eat meat." Like, don't get me wrong. If you were to put right now a bowl of fruit, bowl of vegetables, or if you were to put a big rack of ribs and a steak in front of me, yeah, I'm not even going to look that way. I'm going to go, "Yo, ribs, steak, it's go time. It's go time." But then here's the thing. I also now know that everyone's bodies are different. So some bodies will react better to meat. Some bodies will react better to fruits and vegetables. For me personally, I had done the whole meat diet thing where I wouldn't eat vegetables, I wouldn't eat fruits. But then it's also still calories in to calories out. It does not matter what you eat. Even if you eat McDonald's, which I'm not suggesting people do. Actually, since I'm on that tangent, drink. But I have Roku. And if you don't know what that is, it's like one of those things that you plug into the TV that you can update like Netflix or YouTube or watch just TV on the internet type thing. And for like the last like month and a half, McDonald's is now on the Roku. And right now, McDelivery always delivers. Sure enough, there's a sign going by and a van underneath going by. Convenient. It also now has a McDonald's restaurant in the background. And I'm thinking, McDonald's is on to something. I keep saying this. There's something about McDonald's. I just have this feeling that McDonald's is like that. It must be that government business that somehow knows things. McDonald's now has made it so that some of their businesses has like one person working and all the rest are robotic, all the machines are robotic. There's another McDonald's that's built in the middle of nowhere, has no electricity, no roads to it, and why would they do that? They know something. They know that there's either going to be residential put up there in 15 years and they're just getting ahead of the game. So they're just buying the parts of the land that they need. Because McDonald's is a real estate company. That's what they are. So whoever owns the McDonald's franchise, you're paying the 2 million or whatever the royalty fees are to get the franchise. But McDonald's Corporation owns the land underneath and then probably leases off whatever payments that you make for your business to pay off the land. That's how they have to do it. They're just making their books work. It has to work that way. McDonald's is the big corporation. The franchisees must be just their own business, their own sub corporation, something like that. I'm not too sure. Once again, nobody trained me after I got my finance degree. But so going back to her thing, she's preaching to all of her friends and family. Oh, get on the carnivore diet. It'll clear your mind about fogginess, this, and this. And I go, hey, whatever works for you, works for you. Calories in, calories out. If a piece of steak like this is 1,000 calories, I overeat. So that means I can only have four of those steaks and I'm done. That would be my entire day for calories. People don't realize that. So if you went out and got big T-bone steak, I don't know how many calories that is. 1,600, 1,800? I don't remember. I looked the other day. I don't remember. So sorry about the lie, but it's a lot of calories. So she goes, oh, but you'll still lose weight, blah, blah, blah. I'm going, no, your body's, unless you stop eating and you know how to control your eating, still calories in to calories out, no matter what. Don't ever think it's not anything different. It has to be. And she goes, oh, well, I got rid of all my fruit because there's too many sugars in that. I'm thinking, you gotta think, and I want people to really think about this because I get a lot of like different people telling me their ways of eating, their ways of working out, etc., etc. Humans did not eat meat right away. Not possible because okay, let's create a story. Let's walk through this story together. I'm Dustin. It is ooh, when did fire even come around? Say fire came around. Well, there had to have been a forest fire or something that man knew how to make fire, and I've seen fire in those like dinosaur descriptions that could or could not be real. We don't really know in this world. Everything's kind of a lie, fake, made up, whatever. So I'm walking around and I see this just gets stupider and stupider the more I let my mind go. Alright, let's just go with stupid. Let's just see how stupid this goes. If this gives you guys some laughs and lets you drink, cool. I'm walking around, and I see a dead velociraptor on the ground and I go, boy, I'm hungry. Wonder what that thing tastes like. And then you're like fighting on this like reptile, dinosaur, whatever. And somehow you get a bite and you pull it off and it's full of blood and everything else. Are you going to go, I'm so hungry, I'm going to keep eating that? Maybe. If you're at that point where like hunger is a thing and you'll eat anything or anyone, sure. We're all at that point. But what if he had just ate the day before? And he eats and he sees all, and he goes, ugh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm, you know what? I'll find something else to eat. But then he goes, hmm, I wonder. Just think of how long this thought process goes that I'm going to have to cook that meat, or else I might die, or it might taste better. That's a long process. Long, very long process. You may say, no, it's not. I can just go turn on my barbecue. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, you can't. Back in the day, you could not do all that stuff. You had to go start a fire, which means you had to go get wood. How did they start fires back in the day? They didn't have lighters. So they either what? Rocks and metal together? Or somehow saw a forest fire and managed to grab a stick and bring the fire and keep a fire lit somewhere? That's still a lot of work. Keep a fire lit every day. Or even if you let it go down to coals where it's still hot and they keep it warm, you still gotta maintain that coal every hour. So that means you still have to go find firework or something. Okay, that's a big process. And then the thought process of putting a velociraptor. Yeah, I know. I used velociraptor, but I actually have another thought that's going, so let's just go with Dustin's tangents. Alright, so now we put that velociraptor on, cook it up, eat it. Wow, that was delicious. Now we've gotten meat into our body, we're full, and you're looking around going, well, this velociraptor is only going to last us 5 days. I don't know. So after your 5 days, walking around, you're going, what else can I eat? Okay, that meat was really good, gave me a lot of energy. And you're going looking around, and you see a squirrel. I'm going to chase that thing and try to eat him. No, you're probably not going to catch him. Rabbit? Nope, not going to catch him. Cow? Sure. Maybe that's how we started eating cows and chickens and pigs because you could probably get really close to them, gain their trust, and then use them, abuse them, eat them. Kind of a savage way of thinking, but that's kind of how this world is, you know? People just look at other people and go, oh, how can I use them, abuse them, and move on? So the human mind has already been established way back then that I'm going to get nice and friendly to that cow, and then I'm going to earn its trust, and then I got food. Savage. Savage way of thinking. Actually, really scary the way I think sometimes. Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. Anyways, now my next thought. This is so. This is bad. And this is a really bad thought. It's funny, but it's bad. So I'm thinking, okay, let's go a little step further. You know how people decide what is proper to eat and what is not proper to eat. So I think, hey, put the fruits and the vegetables and all the things that grow naturally by God into your body. You might have to eat more of it, but it's healthier. I believe that everything that is in this world is either meant for humans or animals or the ecosystem or the world to thrive, be part of the ecosystem. Because when something dies, everything else gets to eat, right? Once you die, you go back into the earth, your body decomposes, bones go back into the earth, they decompose, your blood will eventually go through the earth and get funneled back in, and then that will turn into something else, and we're just on that nice little cycle that goes like this. So I'm one of those Orientals, and I'm sorry if that offends people that what I say next, but you know a lot of Orientals who have ate questionable things, in my opinion. Where they're from, it's not questionable. That's there. So imagine, and you gotta go back to that last weird ass thought that Dustin had, where I'm gonna make the cow my friend, earn his trust, and then blank, right? So I'm in one of these Oriental countries, and there's lots of overpopulation, and I'm thinking I'm hungry. Where am I going to find food? Oh, well, there's a cat or dog right there. You know, they seem to be really friendly to me. So, you know, you make friends with the cat and dog. They trust you, and you're getting really hungry. You're looking at them, and so where I'm going to go with this next And this is probably the reason why I don't have any friends. Because I'm actually chuckling about what I'm going to say next. Imagine going to a restaurant in one of these countries and ordering cat and, have a nice meal, plate to the side, waiter or waitress comes over and says, "Oh, how was your cat?" And your response was, "It was perfect." I did. I did just make that joke up. And I'm not going to edit this video. I understand why I don't have friends because it was absolutely horrible. But it's kind of brought tears to my eyes. And, well, you know, people are going to watch this video. That joke will eventually come up somewhere in the future. And it's all going to be because of me. And it's probably the worst joke ever. But I'm just going with the thought process. So, and I'm not wrong. I'm going to tell you. In Calgary, back in the day, there were some restaurants called Footy Goody who got caught putting cat and dog in their specialty menus that nobody knew. And I believe there was another company, and I don't know which one it was, but instead of using shrimp for popcorn shrimp, they would use baby mice and batter it up, deep fry it as baby shrimp. So there's a lot of places in the world that will eat whatever they can eat and they just deem it as food. Whereas there's places like Europe and North America and other places like that where what we deem as food, other places, I don't know, like, yeah, like places like Australia. I think the kangaroo is their national animal. They eat the kangaroo. It's like steak. No fat in it, but it's steak. So, anyways, man, that was a long tangent. But going back to that lady, I just told her, I said, like, you eat a lot more beefs and whatnot. You're gonna have higher cholesterol, and if you're taking like supplements, this is not a really a healthy diet. Humans were not supposed to eat meat right off the bat. And if you look at just like how, so the reason I looked at my diet is like this all gets tied back to this psychic and medium. Okay, this is the other thing. Once that psychic told me that I was going to fall in love with the heart, which is the twin flame, I know I have that drama coming. I know this timeline. You guys can say you're so full of shit, blah blah blah. I'm really not. My one buddy, who's been with me through the entire start of this timeline, I told him things, and then when it happens, he goes, I just have to believe you now, and I go, I know, it's weird. So I knew about the twin flame, okay? But here's the thing: is that psychic told me to be her best friend, because I said, am I ever going to fall in love again and get married? Okay, so the twin flame, this is just a path that you supposed to wake each other up. We look at each other in the mirror. I'm never going to give her what she wants. She's never going to give me what I want. I understand that. She doesn't. She doesn't know this yet. So now she had 2 years where she got to go be a little playgirl, go get highly addicted to all of her addictions, and act like she's the best catch in the entire world. So 2 years ago, and I get it, she was young. I did not make a move, nothing. Because I said, okay, I gotta make her my best friend. We gotta do friend things. We gotta go bowling. We just gotta hang out. We gotta talk. None of that ever happened. My twin flame's all based on lust. She's straight up devil. Everything she has, it's she's in her darkest path right now, which is the sign of Adam and Eve. I'm going to give you two I know is supposed to be the right. If you believe in God and everything else, that whatever's meant for you will be placed in front of you at that time. If it's not meant for you, then you're going to have to learn to let it go because that's not meant for you. Okay? She played this game, going, "Oh, I'm going to tie him along, blah 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 blah." Cool. So you're playing that game, thinking I'm just going to go get ahead in this world. I already know that this guy loves me. I'll work on things at the very back end. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because I'm waiting. I'm waiting for September. I've got my twin flame blocked on every social media. Never had my cell phone number. Actually, there's only like 6 people in the entire city who have my cell phone number. And my cell phone number is actually posted on every advertisement for my company, which never rings. So obviously, I'm not advertising right, and people don't want to contact me or be better. And actually, the reason that I'm going on this tangent is because I know that in my country, like I said, everyone works hard from September to May so that they can kind of just ease off for the summer, which means my business will pick up where people are going back home. They're in their comfort of their own home going, okay, I need to be better for this next year. They always do it this way. I'm going to have 9 months where I can probably just bank out money like there's no tomorrow. Cool. This is how I'm going to get my business going. I'm almost sure of this. Now we got to go with my personal life. I know that I'm coming in to a successful business because of the medium. She goes, what did she tell me? She goes, oh, 10 years ago, you would have been amazing in Dubai. And I didn't think about it at the time because 15, 16 years ago, I had a job for rapid response projects where I was supposed to go to Qatar and Saudi Arabia, work for the princes, helping them build oil and gas refineries, $2 to $5 billion projects. And guess what happened? I chose love at that time. I wasn't fully trained on their culture. When a prince says jump, they jump, which means Dustin gets screwed over again. Life lesson. So, okay, my circle of life. So 3 years ago, when I knew that my heart opened up, I was like, oh, yay, I'm going to find a wife. I'm going to have kids. I'm going to blah, blah, blah. So she played all these games, hurting me. You know what I was doing in the background? I was dropping from 400 pounds to probably 200. People are saying I'm weighing like 190. I'm going, I don't think so. I still got fat. I know how much fat I got, and I know I have to be around that 180 to 185, which would put me uber super jacked. Like I would be cleanly jacked. You would see, I'm starting to see veins now on like my chest, which is I've never seen veins there. That's crazy. But it's such a long process that after this video, I'm going to go to the gym 3 hours, and it might burn just that much fat, that much. But it's every day. So if you do it every day, I ate every day. I got fat every day, right? You can go, oh well, we have to eat. No, it's calories in, the calories out. Don't even confuse your mind. If you're on the carnivore diet, cool. If it works for you, cool. I have a buddy who's on it, and I said, he goes, yeah, I'm losing mad weight, and I said, how close are you going to be to a six pack? He goes, pretty close, and I go, oh, you almost had a bigger belly than me. I said, well, like, what's your diet? He goes, oh, I'm on the carnivore diet. He goes, I eat this, and then I have a salad and nuts or something like that. I go, ooh. I'm like, are you on a calorie deficit? He goes, yeah. I'm like, not sustainable. said, because once you're off that calorie deficit, you go right back up, guaranteed. And I said, even with me, if I do 3 hours of cardio a day and I burn 4,000 to 4,200 calories, because after this summer, I'm going to go back down to 2 hours, which means I have to also cut my calories down to 3,000 calories. That's 1,000 calories I got to take out, right? Like, so you better know your balances, because the difference is I'm not playing a calorie deficit to lose weight. I'm showing people work out, overeat. I eat 8 to 10 pounds a day of fruits and vegetables. 8 to 10 pounds. I eat so much that I go to bed. My stomach is, it looks like a Ninja Turtle. But I wake up, I'm skinnier. Why? All of those foods, there's a lot of density in the foods, but there's no calories. So my body's going to go, oh, it's heavy food. Burn through it. Burn through it. We can try to store this. Can't even store it. It's trying to figure out where 4,200 calories are in the food that I ate. It doesn't find it. Then it goes, all right, well, we're 1,500 calories low today. Your body knows how many calories you need in a day. Once it goes, oh, you're 1,500 calories low, it's going to find it from the fat. I'm in a constant fat loss, and I'm doing this healthy. I'm not taking any medications. I'm not just focusing on meat. I have, guaranteeing this, guaranteeing this, is that when you look at the blue zones, which are the places that live to over 100, look at their diets. Like 4 out of the 5 of them, fish, fruits, vegetables, rices, grains, everything that was created in nature that has not been altered by man. And I get it, like the fish, the chickens, and the turkeys. Those are lean meats. I'm not saying don't go to like I told you, I love pork, I love beef. Those are heavier meats though. A lot more fats, a lot more saturated, a lot more saturated. There's probably salts in them, how they cure them. There's a lot that goes into that. If once you add stuff to it, good luck. My one friend, who's the pig farmer, he's pretty much shown people how to go and not take a cow for 28 days. He can do literally farm to your plate in a day. And he can show you and he can cook you up a food, a meal better than you'll ever imagine. And I'm just thinking, he's got it figured out. There's a lot of work that goes into it. But he'll go buy the beans, he'll go buy corn, freshly cut beef that hasn't been processed or let to age, water, juice, coffee, all the stuff that comes from nature. That's all it is. Anyway, she trying to tell me all these things. I'm just going, and a lot of people do this, and I go, it does not make sense to me. And you can say, well, it doesn't make sense to you. It might make sense to us. Okay, and that's fair. Everyone, like I said, everyone's on their own journey. I just know that if you're on a diet and your doctor's telling you that you need to gain more muscle mass, so he puts you on a carnivore diet. Oh, sorry about that. That I actually put my shoes in my dryer every day because I sweat so much that my shoes are literally I can go like that at the end of the day after working out, and it's a puddle. It's bad. I have to dry my shoes every morning before I go to the gym. So on this diet, when oh, see that tangent just threw my whole mind for a loop. Damn ADD. This is a 55-minute video. This is crazy. You know what? I'm just gonna make this quick. Okay, good on her on that diet if it works for her. If it helps her mate, or her brain quality and thinking and all this stuff, good on her. Like I'm not here to say anything different. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a nutritionist, dietitian. The fact that her doctor's giving her this information and you only took one class, it's tough. That's a tough way to. I'm pretty sure dietitians and nutritionists take like 10, 12, 15 classes. There's got to be more than just one class. I'm pretty sure as a doctor, it's probably not even like a major class. It's probably one of those ones that like, hey, if you know 80% of like something, you can probably make up the rest. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I have 2 degrees and I see a lot of courses that I just go, why? Why did we have to take this? Oh, okay. Whatever. For money, meet some kind of requirement, whatever. So that diet's hard. It's gonna be hard on her body, guaranteed. And especially if she thinks that she has to gain more muscle mass. All right. Once again, calories in, calories out. So if she's eating a lot more red meats and whatnot, I told her, look at her cholesterol. She goes, oh, it won't matter with my will. It has to. Red meat ups your cholesterol. Guaranteed. Scientists don't lie to you. Guaranteed. So even my buddy, like, it's just not sustainable. I'm telling you guys right now, if you look at the blue zones, Japan's in the blue zone. I think there's somewhere in maybe it's Costa Rica or South America. There's a blue zone. There's like 5 or 6 blue zones. Check them out. Just check out what they eat. There's one in Italy, I think. They all eat a Mediterranean pescatarian diet, high in fish, a lot less artificial sugars, a lot less salts, a lot less like even if you're gonna eat meat, like go to Mediterranean diet. They still eat meat. They eat salamis and all that stuff, which is processed meat, whatever. But they still eat it, and they still have a higher life expectancy. The only reason I knew this because, like I said, that's psychic. When everyone says, "Oh, like you're listening to somebody who's talking shit from the devil," no, I'm not, because it was confirmed by a medium, the exact same ending. You're telling me 2 different people 10 years apart know my ending? That's weird. So, like I said, the fact that I knew I was coming into a wife, I said, okay, that means if I'm coming into a wife and kids, I should probably be healthy. I should probably change all my diet, all my habits, everything. Because who wants to bring in a kid at 400 pounds, 40 years old, living in his grandma's basement? I don't know. I sound like a piece of shit, to be honest. So, I changed all my ways. Okay? I know that if life was already planned out and that I'm going to have a future wife, why do I have to worry? I build this business every day. I now have to wait for the banking. Okay? That's life process. So everything I do on my business is done. I market every day. I do these videos to market. I do a TikTok every day to market. I show people who I actually am every day. And I know that come September, when things start picking up, this business should pick up. Okay? So I had to worry about debt for a month. What happened? It just seemed that, oh, the bank goes, hey, it's hard times. We're going to up your credit. Okay? So that's pretty much God telling me, hey, just keep going, enjoy your thing, keep working out, do what you said you were going to do as a sole contract. I'll give you everything, but it's just going to be in time. You just got to keep going. Because I can tell you, it's probably going to be the last summer that I just get to enjoy the summer. But instead of me enjoying the summer, I'm making sure that I'm getting ready. So if I have to work for the next 20 years, cool. I want to be out of the game by 65. I really do want to be retired by 65. That means kids, family, business, make this all happen. By the time I'm 65, if the business is a big corporation and I step back from the board and let my future wife and my kids start running it, cool. Okay, that's the game. I'm going to bring them into the system. I'm going to show them how to eat healthy, how to work out, how to do things the right way. And then they're going to have a corporation. I'm going to show them how to, even if it's not their passion of, fine, we'll open up a division if they're into clothing, if they're into makeup, if they're into Barbies, if they're into horses, whatever. I'm building this up so that if even if my idea isn't where they want to be, at least it was a source of income. It built up the corporation, builds up my family, my lifestyle, everything else, so that in when I'm 65, my wife will be She's going to be younger, and you guys are going to go, how you know this? You base this on a psychic and a medium. Yes, I am. I am. Because I can't get off this path no matter how hard I've tried. And that's where I learned in my head, all right, enjoy this ride. What can you control? I can't control time. I can't control when my debt gets paid off. I can control what I eat, whether I work out, what I say, what I do. Nothing else. Can't control anything else. So, wow, this is an hour video. I don't even expect anyone to even watch these videos, especially over an hour. If you do, good on you. Honestly, drink, have fun, smoke some pot, have a good laugh. I'm sure I'm full of shit. I rant. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. But so this psychic told me this, and this is why I know my drama's coming up. September. When I say like I have maybe like 1,000 grams of tuna fat, I'm gonna call it tuna fat. That by September 1st, it might be like 300 grams. It's gonna be right there. That I'm right there now. I when I sleep, I can feel my like very bottom like muscle. It just ends out, and I'm like, that's interesting. And then that's the next part. Even when I look at myself and I go, I've never seen myself with a six pack, and I'm going, I don't look that good. In my mind, I'm just thinking, like, when you look at people's bodies and you're like, that's a nice body. Now I'm looking at my own, like, oh, I don't have a six pack, but I can get a four pack some mornings when I'm dehydrated. And I'm looking at it going, man, I don't even know if I would like what my abs look like. That's kind of weird. The fact that I'm chasing the dream to have a six pack, but I might not like what my abs look like. There's a lot that goes on up here that's probably. Anyways, all I know is that this drama picks up quick because she's going to come back September. She's going to explain, oh, I was young. I had this. I actually do love you. Blah, 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 blah. I now get to choose because the Twin Flame is a runner chaser game with a reunion. I knew about this. So the fact that I know there's a reunion coming up, stupid. Absolutely stupid. I don't even want to have these conversations with her. But you know what? It's like, hey, here's the deal. You could tell me, wham this, wham that. You could have tears. You could beg. You could tell me that you love me. And then I get to say, hey, great. 3 years ago, I would have loved to hear that. We could have worked on this business together, this lifestyle together. Stay here. I was in the background doing all the hard work. And then I get to realize, oh, you marry your best friend. My best friend, she's not coming out of the woodworks either. Which means, why is this going to happen at this time frame that the psychic and medium both said twin flame, best friend? Which means people are destined to meet for certain reasons. Okay? So if you choose the twin flame path, it will work out, but it's not going to be a healthy path whatsoever. She's the devil version of me, which means any addictions and anything I want, I could do it right with her and we would be good to go. Not a good path. My soulmate, she's got some devil issues with her right now. She needs to step up. We'll see what happens there. So it gets really interesting because come September, I tried to get the hell out of this city as fast as I could. And it just seems that every time I had a job or every time I was making money, something would happen. Somebody would change their decision, which just put me back in my timeline. And I'm just thinking, I couldn't run away from this timeline any faster. And I tried to do everything legit. I tried to hustle, do jobs that I don't want to do. I picked up everything that I was not willing to do for the last 20 years, for the last 3 years, just to get out of here. And nothing. And then I looked at it and I said, because I was in a cycle and I made all the wrong decisions at the start of the cycle 3 years ago, which now means the cycle is now returned back, which comes back in September. And now I have to redo everything because 3 years ago, pretty much was just coming out of university with a finance degree. What did I do the first time I came out of university? I had an economics degree. Then I should have gone to Qatar and Saudi Arabia. Didn't happen. So this time, I'm out with a finance degree, try to get a job. Nobody wants to hire me because COVID shut down the world and changed everything. So now I don't have any real life experience. I just have school experience and whatever Google teaches me. Great. So now I have to make my own business. That's fine. It's probably about time. I've been fired over 100 times. It's time to make my own business. Will this business be successful? I sure hope so. I want people to be better because if this goes under, then you know what? It's a learning lesson. But then I still have the company where whatever I do here, if I have to play the Trump game, which is build your own credit up, then build your business up. And if one of them happens to go under, you got the other to rely on. You're just building two people up in case something goes wrong. You're just hedging yourself. That's all you're doing. Then once you get the corporation, that's why people get the corporation. Why they buy the houses with the corporations. So if anything happens in my own personal life, the banks can't take it. The government can't take it. Unless something happens in the corporation, then they can go after the corporation. But by that time, most of those people have already bought a new corporation, transferred all the shit, and it's only that corporation that's on the line, right? That's the game. Nobody's teaching you this. I'm going to try to show you it without actually having to go through bankruptcy because, knock on wood, I don't want to go through that shit. I don't even like being this much in debt. I hate it. I've never seen this much in debt, except for when I owned a house. My bills were like $3,100 a month just to start the month. Like, my debt added up quick there. But I was also making six figures. My debt's adding up now, and it's just because I'm marketing this company, trying to pay off my debt, and it just, that's the game. Thank you, world. Set everyone up for just disappointment. Whoever's running the show, you guys just need to really understand. This is a setup game. Anyways, 1 hour, 8 minutes, crazy. I should probably go to the gym. So, long story short, I know that everything comes in my life in September. I know that the business will take off. I'll be close to my six pack. I will have no addictions. My eating habits will have been almost 3 years, pretty much consistency. I haven't had fast food in a year and a half, maybe 2 years now. No alcohol. Alcohol will be free 3 years. Celibate for almost 3 years. Like when I said I gave up everything, everything. I went 180 degrees from who I was. So anyone who knew me 5 years ago, and they all wonder why I'm different now, it's because I actually did go through the spiritual awakening. I actually did choose God, and I actually said to myself, I can't bring a kid into this world being a shitbag. Can't have a wife. I can't do what I did with my first relationship where I drank and partied and I never cheated. I'm not a cheater. That wasn't my thing. Um, but I drank, smoked lots of pot, still partied. Like we had a house, dog. It should have been the next step to like kid and everything else. It's for the better that she left me because she probably got a much better ending, and I wasn't ready. Who's ready at 2025? Honestly, I'm just getting ready now at 39, and I've stepped up so hard that, like I said, I either broke my pinky toe or I tore at all the ligaments in it. I'm going to tell you, doing 3 hours, you choose what slows you down. And for me right now, I got a future wife, future business, a future legacy, and a six pack. That pinky toe, it's going to hurt like hell today, but it's not going to slow me down. I'm not staying in Lethbridge. I'm not staying in Canada. Because I'm going to tell you right now, there's so many more beautiful places out there. And I've said my entire travels and everything. Three places that if I could just have the rest of my life, I'm good. I don't need to probably even see the rest of the world. And that's pretty bad. California, you got the sports, the entertainment, the attractions. Hawaii, you just got the natural peacefulness, the relaxation. It's a Hakuna Matata. And then Australia, and the reason I want to go to Australia again is because of the weather. I have a lot of friends there, and it's a $2 billion a year health industry. Which, when I went to Australia, they're some of the fittest people in the world. They're very wealthy, and they party like there's no tomorrow. You can take the party boy out of the game, but I still want to get down. Anyway, sorry for that horrible joke that was just perfect. 1 hour and 11 minutes. My name's Dustin Taylor. This is Divinity Virtue. Take your losses before you become the boss. Try to be 1% better each and every day. Try to help others to grow, succeed, be the best versions they can be. Everything happens on divine timing. God bless. Amen. Honestly, I just want this business, six pack, my soulmate. Beautiful blonde. If you ever watch my videos, you need to step up. We're not playing games. Get rid of everyone else in the village. You are destined for me. I am destined for you. And everything I'm doing is to make sure that you and I are taken care of in the future. Come September, you need to really step up. Because I know that twin flame is going to step up harder than I ever could imagine. Because her heart is on fire now. I'll guarantee it. She would have gone through 30 guys. Like when I say she's a little playgirl, 30 guys, maybe 50 guys. She would have gone through a lot of guys. And then she'll go, oh, it's not all about sex anymore. I actually do love you with my heart. And I'll go, great. You told me this like what, 3 years ago? Oh no, you wanted to play me and toy me along. Now I get to decide. Hey, truest form of love. Do I forgive and forget, or do I go, hey, soulmate, let's get on this game. Let's work together. Shut out the noise of everyone else. I know you like me. I like you. I'm not going to say no to you. But it'd be a lot easier to have a ride or die with me when I have all this drama coming. If not, I'll keep doing life by myself. Cool. That being said, happy Fun Day Sunday. God bless. Amen. This is Dustin Taylor. Please go check out all of my socials. Please go to divinityvirtue.com. If you are looking to sign up for the course, I have it now that I could probably get people in and out of the course within an hour to 2 hours. I can send everything a half an hour before. That way you can kind of go through all of the course. You can see who I am. You can see how I built the course. You can even start answering the questions in your own head. And then when we do the course together, I can actually explain to you what I did, the people, the thoughts, the alcohol, this, that affected me and how I changed it. And at the very end of my course, I show you a 1 year, a 3 year, and a 5 year plan that I did of my own self, showing how to change my habits, how to change my triggers, step by step. And if you do it your way, great. If you do the course and then go, hey, this is a good insight to just get me started to move to be what I want to be as a better person, trust me, it will work. It's just you have to look at yourself and be willing to change. I'm not asking you to change everything like I did. I'm crazy. Everyone knows I'm crazy. But I'm doing this because I know that if I work hard now for this next 20, 25 years, I will be retired by 65. I will have a legacy. I will have a beautiful wife. I just know that my timeline now is I'm working for 25 years, but I'm still going to want to enjoy life. When I say enjoy life, I want to be in those places where I don't get 3 months of summer a year. I get 10 to 12 months of summer and maybe 1 or 2 months of just rainy season and the odd hurricane. I'm okay, you know? But that being said, thank you very much. God bless. Amen.